Alright, so if you've been trying to upgrade your gaming PC anytime recently, you've probably felt like you're chasing a ghost, right? The shelves are empty, the prices are just wild, and that next big card, well, it never seems to show up. Today we're going to solve that mystery, why your next graphics card is completely missing in action.
And this comment from a Reddit user, Ralinor, it just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures how the whole PC gaming community is feeling right now. And that frustration, it really boiled over at the world's biggest tech show.
Yeah, you heard that right. At the Consumer Electronics Show, a show literally named for consumers, Nvidia, a brand built on the backs of gamers, had nothing new for its core audience. No new cards, no super refreshes, just radio silence. And it left everybody asking one huge question.
So this brings us to our first chapter, the announcement that wasn't. For years, gamers could set their watch by a predictable launch cycle, until suddenly, poof, it was gone.
So what gives? I mean, why would a company that absolutely dominates the gaming market suddenly ghost its most loyal customers on the world's biggest stage? Well, it turns out the answer has almost nothing to do with gaming at all.
To really understand this whole puzzle, you just have to do one thing: follow the money. And right now, the money is telling a very, very different story.
And this chart right here reframes everything. I mean, just look at it. A staggering 88% of Nvidia's money now comes from data centers. Gaming, the thing that made them a household name, it's down to just 9%. In just a few years, PC gamers went from being the main character in Nvidia's story to, well, a supporting role.
Here's the perfect way to think about what's going on. The entire world is in the middle of a massive AI gold rush. Tech giants, Microsoft, Google, Meta, they're spending billions to build out AI. And Nvidia? They're selling all the picks and shovels. They're not just a gaming company anymore. They're the arms dealer for the entire AI revolution.
So this massive shift in focus has created what you could call a new golden rule inside the company. It's a simple, kind of cold calculation that is now deciding the fate of every single graphics card they make.
According to the CEO of Gigabyte, it all boils down to this one metric: gross revenue per gigabyte. See, memory, VRAM, is super scarce and expensive, so Nvidia is putting all its energy into the products that make them the most cash for every single gigabyte of that precious memory they use.
And here's that formula in action. An RTX 5080 brings in over $62 for every gigabyte of VRAM it's got. But a card like the 16-gig RTX 5060 Ti, that generates less than half of that. So when you've got a limited supply of memory to go around, which one do you think you're gonna pick?
This simple math basically creates an endangered species list for GPUs. Cards with a ton of memory but a lower price point, like that 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte or the 5070 Ti, they just don't make the cut. Even the beastly RTX 5090, with its massive memory pool, becomes less attractive to produce than, say, two 5080s that use the same amount of VRAM.
Okay, so a corporate strategy based on revenue per gigabyte. What does that actually feel like for the rest of us? Well, it feels like empty shelves and a whole lot of sticker shock. We are all feeling the squeeze.
Because Nvidia is focusing all its production on the most profitable cards, and probably cutting back consumer supply overall to feed the AI beast, the prices for the few cards that actually make it to the store are starting to look, well, astronomical.
Right now, if you can even find a high-end RTX 5090, you're looking at a street price of around 3,500 euros, which is already an absolutely eye-watering amount of money for one PC component.
But wait, the projections for later this year, if these trends keep up, a mind-boggling 5,000 euros. The price could pretty much double in a single year. It's just insane.
And you better believe the PC building community has noticed. I mean, go to any forum online, and you'll find this whole spectrum of reactions to the new reality. It goes from people who feel like they dodged a bullet to people who are just completely giving up.
So on one side, you've got the people who feel vindicated. Users like Slovenikin, who bought their card before the prices went nuts and now feel like they made the smartest financial decision of their year.
And then you have this widespread feeling of just resignation. Longtime builders like ShipZeroFee here are looking at the market and just deciding to opt out. They're planning to run their current hardware into the ground because the upgrade path has become a brick wall.
And, underneath all of it, there's this really deep frustration. It's the sense, like user Tasberry puts it, that a hobby and an industry that was built for human creativity and fun is being swallowed whole by the AI slot machine. So when you put all of this together,
The big pivot to AI, the new profit formula, the supply shortages, and these soaring prices, it all adds up to a completely new reality for PC gaming.
So let's just break it down. Here's the new normal. Step 1, Nvidia is an AI company now. That's the priority. Step 2, that means consumer GPUs get deprioritized, creating a supply squeeze. Step 3, that squeeze, plus high component costs, leads to massive price hikes. And 4, the old, predictable 2-year upgrade cycle that we've known for decades, it's on indefinite pause. This is PC gaming now.
Which leaves all of us with one final, pretty big question. The entire tech world is being rebuilt from the ground up to serve the needs of artificial intelligence. So, in a world that's no longer being built for us, what does the future of high-end PC gaming even look like?